It was the week before the Dune trailer, and all through the house, not a sandworm was stirring, not even Harkonnen house. It's too early for Christmas-themed stuff, but hey, I'm excited about Dune. Did you guys know? Let's talk about this week. Hey, what's up, bookworms? Mike back with another weekly update with all kinds of things to talk about this week. Some surprises. I mean, there's things I talked about last week that I had no idea that were going to happen between then and now, but that's what we're here for. And the reason that starts here with what I'm reading is because, guys, something very, very big happened. And you guys know that I am a huge Joe Abercrombie fan, right? So when I actually got the message from Lord Grimdark himself saying he had seen me advocating for the series and he wanted to make sure that I got a advanced reader copy of his new First Law book, I handled it with the utmost professionalism, the same way I did when this book showed up. I was very, very calm and reserved. And you know what? I'm saying that now. Let's take a look at what I looked like when this book showed up. So you get the idea. I was very, very excited when this book hit my door. And so much so that I read it in about 4 days. And that was with dealing with kids and trying not to be an awful husband and things like that. So yes, guys, I did finish this. The review is going to happen next week. September the 8th is when the video, I already put my review up on Goodreads if you want to read that, non-spoiler, but they don't want me to put up my video review until at least 1 week before, and that would be September the 8th. But God, it's hard not to talk about this because there is some stuff that I want to talk to you guys about. But that'll be non-spoiler, and then I'm going to give it like about a week and a half after that, and then I'll do my spoiler review like I've done with every First Law book on this channel at this point. And you know what? This will be the first one that you can actually like watch without your eyes bleeding and your ears falling off. So I'm excited to do that. It's to the point where like I almost want to go back and re-review all those old First Law videos, but okay. I don't know. It's almost like nostalgia at this point because that's what launched this channel was Wheel of Time and the First Law. So yes, very excited. I'll just say I was very pleased as a longtime First Law fan, and that's not just fanboyism talking. Maybe a little bit, but I like to think that I can be very, very objective when it comes to putting on the book review goggles, as I put them. What else am I reading? I finished An Echo of Things to Come. I did not like it as much as I liked the first book. Plenty about it. Do you guys remember when I talked about The Gathering Storm in Wheel of Time, where I said it felt like it was like part 1 of 2, and I gave it 3 out of 5, and people were like blown away because that's, longtime readers, that's one of their favorite Wheel of Time books. And I said I need to hear the other half of the story, and if certain questions are answered, it'll go up. And you know what? After I finished the next book, I changed The Gathering Storm to 4 out of 5. I think it might be similar with this one. I gave it a 3 because there are so many questions I still had, and I feel like stuff that I say as I'm 2/3 of the story, I feel like I don't know if that's going to be answered in a satisfying way. If they are answered in a satisfying way in the next book, and I see what Islington was trying to do with this book, I'll probably put it up to 4 with the first book. But I did enjoy the first book more. This one just so many flashbacks, so many. And you guys know if you watch my Liza Locklamore review, I'm not nuts about the flashbacks. I feel like Sebastian de Castell did them right. Obviously, Lord Ruler Sanderson does them right. But a ton. And what it does is it doesn't tell you when or where. They're not chronological or anything. So it's one of those things. I hate to sound like a Wheel of Time guy, but I feel like this is going to be something you have to reread to get some of these things. So very, very, I wouldn't say a heavy read, but you got to pay attention for sure because there's a couple things I'm still not clear on, and I don't know if that's just because I'm a dummy or if that's just because they haven't been answered yet. I'll let you know after I read The Light of All That Falls, hopefully sometime this month. And then, of course, I started on the read-along, which is Night Shadow, Book 2 of the Greatcoats. I sound like a broken record. Not too late to join us, guys. The first book and this book, you can read both of them this month with no problems. I know you see this and you think, wow, that's a pretty big boy. Dude, I ran through the first 100 pages in one sitting. It's lightning quick. All my problems with the first book, and there weren't many, I feel like that he has answered that in this, and I am having a blast. I cannot believe how much I'm enjoying this. I've had a couple of people kind of tap out on the read-along already, saying that it's just not for them, which is always understandable. But I was just like, I'm not sure what you're looking for, man. This is an action, fighting, drama, revenge, betrayal. I mean, it sounds like I'm that guy in Princess Bride right now. But just the first 100 pages, I was like, this is just a thrill ride. I'm having a blast with it. So that's kind of where I am. Oh, yeah, I got my advanced reader copy for Battleground, too, by Dresden Files. So, yeah, I'm reading that and Night Shadow at the same time. Again, that review is not allowed to come out until release day, so I'm going to take my time on it. I know that makes Dresden Files, Philes, Dresden Files, that makes them very, very just like, what are you talking about? Why are you not like devouring this thing? I don't like to record my reviews in advance because I like to think about them for a little bit, and then I like to kind of let things marinate, but I don't like to wait too long, and I feel like if I read it, just binge read it right now, and then I wait 3 weeks, 4 weeks to record the review, my opinions will probably be a little different. So I'm going to kind of slow roll it, and when I get to it, I'll get to it. I had it on my schedule to read the 20th through the 26th. I kind of gave myself a little 1 week window there to kind of get it in, since that review can't come out till the 29th. But guys, I'm going to. I tell myself right now I'm going to slow roll it, but yeah, every time I sit down, I've read like 30, 40 pages and didn't even realize it. So can't talk about it. Can't talk about it. That's it. That's the rules. But I do have it, and I'm very, very grateful to the publisher for sending me that, and of course to Orbit for sending me the Trouble with Peace. Very, very cool. I actually feel like they might like me a little more than Edelweiss. Edelweiss. If you don't know what that is, Edelweiss is much like NetGalley, where they'll send people advanced review copies. And twice, or actually four times now, they've rejected me on books. And their actual response was, maybe you should try NetGalley. And I'm like, do you guys own NetGalley? Or are you really referring me to your competitor? I don't understand. But anyways, Edelweiss doesn't seem to like me. Scribner still won't reply to me. But Orbit and thankfully at Berkeley, they seem to be very, very open to working with me, because apparently they're going to try to get me a copy of Ready Player 2 in advance as well. So I'm very excited about these things. But what am I going to read? That is the next one. What am I going to read? Obviously, I'd like to finish both Dresden. Well, I just said not Dresden, but I'd like to finish Greatcoats this week. I don't think that'll be a problem as fast as a read as it seems to be. Then I'd like to start on The Light That All But Fails. The Light of All That Fails. That's the third Licanius book, because I'd like to get that out of the way before we start Fright Fest in October, because that is going to be a month where I am actually working on this channel probably more than I am reading. And it doesn't help that the kids are starting back school and they're doing virtual learning, and it's a lot of work. So we'll see. I hope nothing falls off the schedule, but I'll be talking about that Fright Fest schedule here at the end of the month. But again, if you want to know that schedule, hop on the Discord and I'll let you know what that schedule is going to be. This week on the channel, there are a couple things. I did a review for Trader's Blade. Like I said, I want to do for the monthly read-along is do that review at the very last day of the month or whatnot. With October, I think I'll be doing book 3 like November 1st, because October is going to be all horror, and I've got something planned for October 31st. But yes, the Trader's Blade review is up. It seems like most people kind of agree. There are a couple people who still have way more problems with it than I did. I enjoyed the hell out of the book, and I'm enjoying book 2 even more. So I'm excited that this seems to be a home run of a read-along pick that we went with, and I'm hoping that Malazan goes as well as this one is, because I'm just still blown away by how many people are involved with it. I can see on my Amazon affiliate how many people have bought it through the link that I provided. And it's a lot more than are talking. Let's put it that way. There's a lot more that are talking in the Discord. So, again, obviously, you can be a silent read-along buddy. That's not a big deal to me. I love if you hop on and discuss with us. But I'm just glad there's so many people involved. And I hope this gives people the courage, if they haven't yet decided to jump on for Malazan in January. It's going to be a blast. I did the first of my 4 multiverse videos this month with Shawshank Redemption. That is the first, Rita Hayworth in Shawshank Redemption. That is the first story in Stephen King's Different Seasons novella collection from 1982. I know I always gripe about how my Stephen King stuff does on the channel. Same with this. Didn't do as great as it did. I am actually quite proud of the intro I made for that one. So if you guys would check out the intro at least. I spent a long time on that. Because, I mean, there's 4 stories you're talking about. and you're pulling quotes from 4 stories, and it was actually one of my longer intros, but I loved it. I was quite happy with it. But I'm going to continue to do that again. Stephen King's something I just got to talk about. I got to get those demons out. Did with Shawshank, and then next week we're going to be doing Apt Pupil. So lots of stuff to talk about with that one. Lots of relevant stuff. You guys want to hear me talk about relevant stuff? It's going to happen for that one. I began Stormlight September as we planned. Like I said in my my wrap-up video for the month, if you go back all the way to February when I announced Cosmere 2020, I even said in that video, I know you guys want me to do Stormlight stuff, but it's not going to happen until September because, Stormlight September sounds so gimmicky, and I thought it'd be really fun for the build-up to Rhythm of War. Apparently it was, because a lot of people have watched that video. And it's not really shocking to say, hey, look at that, Stormlight stuff got a lot of traffic on the channel. It's fun to talk about Stormlight Archive because it's a series that I absolutely love above the rest of Sanderson's stuff. You guys know I'm a very big fan of his, but I mean, if I like Mistborn's here, man, Stormlight's off the camera. Stormlight's off the camera. Stormlight to me, there's a reason I've said I feel like when he's done with that series, it's going to be this generation's Lord of the Rings or the previous generation's Wheel of Time. I really feel like that. I think it's going to be on par with those 2 series when it's done. And I feel like it's already on the right trajectory. He'd have to really, really shit the bed. And just really talking about that video and really, my Why You Should Reads are always just trying to sell people who maybe might be a little intimidated to read that series because they see those books and they're like, what? No way. And it's not even complete. Nah, I'm telling you, give it a shot. Me, Mr. Post-Traumatic Stress Disorder from George R.R. Martin, is giving those books a try because Brandon Sanderson writes so fast. And I'm not worried about that. And you need a detox after you read those books. And then, of course, I wrapped up August. A couple days late. Some kid stuff, school stuff. We had to get a lot of parent-teacher meetings, things like that. This virtual learning thing is going to be a shit show. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm going to say about it because we're not allowed to talk about the virus that shall not be named. And that was pretty much this week on the channel. That was a pretty fun week. Pretty fun. I didn't have a ton of problems. I got to talk about Stormlight Archive and Stephen King is 2 of my favorite things. So, yeah, pretty good. Next week plans, like I already mentioned, the Apt Pupil review will be coming. The non-spoiler review for The Trouble with Peace. And like I said, you can check out the Goodreads review if you want a kind of a hint. I'm going to be doing my review of The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. That is the first of 3 Stormlight Archive reviews in a row. So I'll be doing one of those per week leading up to the end of September. And what can I say that everybody hasn't said about Way of Kings? We're going to find out. We're going to find out because, yeah, if you find any fantasy booktuber out there, they've reviewed these books, and I'm pretty sure they love them, and they're over the top about how glorious they are. So I'm going to try to see what I can bring to the table. I'm interested to find out just like you guys are. And also, Dune trailer reaction and analysis will be coming this Wednesday. The trailer drops this Wednesday, 9 a.m. Pacific U.S. time. I don't know what that is. I know it's 11 a.m. here for me. I don't know what it'll be for you wherever you are. But it's over 3 minutes long. Apparently the teaser trailer that's shown before Tenet right now is not the same as the one we're getting on the 9th. 3 minutes and 5 seconds. I can't wait. And here's the thing. I'll probably be with teaching my kids, because like I said, virtual learning, all that morning. So I don't know when I'll get to watch it, but I promise you I will not watch it until they're out of my hair. And it's complete silence in the house, and I can get the camera on and I can record my honest review because I want that reaction to be unique for you guys. I don't like to do the reaction stuff, so if I'm going to do it, I want it to be genuine. So I promise I'm not going to watch something like that on my phone for the first time while I'm telling the kids to get back to their schoolwork. Not going to happen. So I will do just the reaction at first. I might even add like a little bit of a preview before that, where I just kind of talk about what I like about some of the pictures and stuff. So it's not just a 3-minute video. I don't know. I haven't decided yet when it comes to Dune. I mean, just like right now, I'm like finicky just thinking about it. There's been so much Dune content that has just spilled out all over social media the last week, and this is like my playground, man. I mean, I imagine this is what it will be like for the wheelies when the Wheel of Time trailer comes out or something. I haven't had this feeling for a trailer since Fellowship of the Ring. That's the last time I was this excited for a movie trailer. And I know it's a small sample size, but I feel like this is the most talked about movie on Twitter for maybe since Avengers Endgame. And I'm just stunned. I'm blown away because, yes, Dune has a very fierce, loyal fan base, but it's not exactly, popular audiences. So there's this many people who have not read the book that are interested in it. I'm hoping, obviously, that this movie leads people to read the book, but we'll see. We'll see. Got to get their butts in the seats first to see this, and we'll talk about if their people are allowed to go see it or not when that happens. We'll get there. Let's talk about a little movie news besides Dune here. We watched Bill and Ted Face the Music, and I know people think I'm going to rip it apart. I actually had a good time with it. I don't think it compares to the first two, obviously. I'd say it's not quite like Dumb and Dumber 2 bad, but it's not quite like Cobra Kai good. It's somewhere in between there, I think. It looks weird seeing Keanu without a beard. I thought that they brought back a lot of the old characters the way they should have. I do wish Death was in it just a little more, because I think William Sadler is so great as Death. I felt like his part was really, really small, and I wish he'd have been in the whole movie. I'm really surprised by Alex Winter, though. I don't think this dude's acted in like 20 years, and it seems like he fit right back into that role right away with no problems. But I do like it kind of felt... Two, I thought they kind of went away with this. It kind of felt more back to the original where, they're going through time and they're getting historical figures kind of thing. So it made that, fish out of water story kind of fun again. And I think Jimi Hendrix fans will be happy. Let's put it that way. You had a lot of heart. Had a lot more heart than I expected. I'm not going to sit here and say this was a great movie, but it was much better than I expected. I think one thing they probably could have fixed it that they did so well with the first two is they put a lot of rock bands music in it, and this is just straight like orchestrated music. There's no rock music in it, and I felt like that kind of made it feel out of place. It does feel kind of low budget at times. It does kind of feel almost like a made for TV or made for Netflix kind of movie. It doesn't feel quite as cinematic as the first two, but I had a good time with it. I think if you enjoyed, Excellent Adventure and Bogus Journey, you'll have a good time with Face the Music. Do wish that the ending was a little different, though, because it has like the conclusion in like one sentence and then boom, credits. It's like, okay, that was it. We even watched all the credits thinking there might be something at the end. Nope, there wasn't. But again, pleasantly surprised. I had a good time with it. A lot of heart. And I laughed more times than one, and that's what I require out of a comedy. A couple of TV things here, guys. The Mandalorian Season 2 coming back October the 30th. So I was guessing Thanksgiving, but there was a rumor going around that it was dropping on October 7th, and I was like, guys, there is no way. There is no way. I was like, there's no way Disney is not going to market the hell out of this. Baby Yoda is like their biggest hit since like Tickle Me Elmo. It wasn't Disney, but you know what I mean. It was a huge thing. So they're going to market the hell out of this to try to get more people to subscribe to Disney Plus. But I imagine we'll be getting a trailer within a month from now. So last time I did a trailer analysis reaction, this channel was still pretty young, so I didn't get a lot. Star Wars stuff gets even less traffic than Stephen King stuff does. But I'll definitely be checking that out. Probably not a reaction, but I'll probably be talking about the trailer, maybe doing some breakdown on it. I don't know, because I feel like the future of Star Wars is not on the movie screen. It is on the small screen and on Disney Plus. And I want to think that Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are going to bring us really great things for Season 2. Didn't think Season 1 was as great as everyone else, but I really enjoyed it. I felt like it was a step in the right direction. At least it felt like Star Wars, and that's all I require. I want to feel like Star Wars. So there we go. Haunting of Bly Manor got an official date, October the 9th. That's just 2 days after Books of Blood on Hulu, so Halloween is going to be exciting this year. And then The Boys Season 2 dropped yesterday. Go watch it. Even though we've already got a Season 3, I want you guys to watch this because I want this show to go for a while, because The Boys and Umbrella Academy, I'm going to be an advocate for them like crazy because I want to see more of them. We haven't actually even started yet. We are going to watch. Here's the thing. We had a lot of things that happened this week, personal life, and my wife insisted that we finish Yellowstone Season 2 before we start The Boys, and we still got 5 episodes of Yellowstone. So that is our weekend plans. What are you guys' weekend plans? What have you done this past week? What do you plan to do next week? Drop in the comments. Let me know. What are you reading? What do you listen to? What are you playing? What you doing, man? Hit me in the comments. No wrong answers. Have a great weekend.